Taylor Watch.
Welcome back. What a low energy Taylor Watch, huh?
Yeah,
You know
I mean,
why?
it's sad vibes.
It's sad vibes.
Yeah.
Today is sad vibes. Today is Tuesday. Thank you, Gia, for waiting for me for the show. I was out in New Orleans doing a little something.
Ooh.
Got back. It's rat race is what we were doing. Clemmer's like, don't give away any blah 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 whatever. I'm like, bitch, I'm sick of being told like, keep it a secret. It's like, no, it's not a secret that I was traveling for 3 days and I couldn't post a single thing about it. So
that's impossible.
I was in New Orleans for Rat Race. It's not going to premiere for a while, so just get excited for that, whatever. I wasn't in it. I was a part of it, whatever. It's a whole thing. I don't know why I had to get that off my chest, but it was like...
Let it rip, girl.
It was like an annoying thing, like the whole time, whatever.
Yeah.
It was, I just kept feeling like whatever. So thank you guys for being patient, waiting for this to come out. I would say that my evening in my hotel room in New Orleans, watching the Eras Tour on my phone because the Wi-Fi was too bad to watch it on YouTube on my computer, was maybe some of the maybe the most depressing 3 hours of time.
Yeah.
Not because I was enjoying the whole concert, of course, but it was very hard to enjoy knowing that it was ending. Like it was one of those things of
yeah, like after each era ends, you're kind of like, oh.
Damn,
3 more
that's
hours to go, 2 more to go, damn.
That's really kind of how I was watching it, being like, oh shit, there's only this left. Like I had a hard time savoring it or whatever, because I was just so sad for it to be ending. And I think that Swifties everywhere are devastated and sad and whatever. But again, life goes on and these things have to come to an end sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not gonna freaking cry my eyes out over the end of the Eras Tour, you know what I mean? Okay, wait, no, because I did cry my eyes out at the end of the Eras Tour.
But I think
it's more like I'm not gonna carry that sadness with me, I guess, because it's of course it's such a sad thing that it's ending, but yeah, it was time for it to end.
Totally.
And I think the way that it ended was perfect, you know, with all the surprise songs, everything. Obviously, we'll get into it, but it's a weird feeling because even my boyfriend was like sorry about the Eras Tour, you know how,
no, so
and I'm
many people were
you don't have
damn,
to
you must be really sad about the Eras Tour. I'm like, I am, yeah.
Yeah, it's but I'm not gonna be like, oh, the Eras Tour's over. My life is over.
What do we do now? Even though I was saying,
maybe I will
now?
feel that though more this week, when the weekend comes up, and I'm like, damn, I have nothing to care about this weekend.
For sure. I think though the real difference is not that we're sad that the Eras Tour is over. Of course, we're sad that the concerts are over and we don't get to watch live streams. We don't get to talk about it every week and whatever. Yes, there's a level of sadness for that, but that's more of oh man.
Yeah.
The sadness I think comes from, or at least for me, comes from a place where the Eras Tour has become such a massive deal outside of it just being a concert. It's become this place for people to go and feel happy and feel safe and have fun and be themselves. And I liked I love the energy surrounding it. I love how people treat each other when it comes to the Eras Tour. And it's almost like a signal, oh, you like Taylor Swift? Oh, you like the Eras Tour? You're obsessed with it? Whatever. That means you're a good person, or that means this, that means that. I kind of
safe space.
I kind of put that, I put those together. So the ending of it, it's this feeling of well, I hope that those good vibes towards each other don't go away just because we're not seeing it every day.
Yeah.
And but I think that feeling inside the concert, everybody that was able to experience the last 3 nights in Vancouver, so lucky, so exciting. And I know, we've talked about Game Time nonstop sending us to Miami, and we get stories all the time of people doing the last minute tickets and getting to go via Game Time, and they've just been so wonderful to us and throughout this whole experience.
Yep.
And we love them.
Yeah, you guys know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I was actually looking at tickets for a few things. I was looking at there's a Mariah Carey concert on Friday.
What?
And I'm seeing $41. Okay? I'm seeing
Where?
50 at Prue Center. I'm seeing $52. I'm seeing $76.
Wait a minute.
$90.
That sounds like something I gotta get my ass to.
Yeah, $94 in the fucking in the lower bowl, section 15. Yeah.
Whoa.
So
okay.
Yeah.
And it's the Christmas season. You know she's gonna
So
sing
the
All I
ti-
Want for Christmas Is
The
You.
timing is almost
timing is
too
great.
perfect.
That's fantastic.
So
what
just
else are you trying to say?
Also the Wicked. Wanted to see
Hell
Wicked
yes.
so bad. I'm seeing some tickets for Wicked,
It's
$126.
fantastic.
Wicked is a hot commodity right
It
now.
is. I saw Wicked. I guess it was last year now. I keep saying 6 months ago, but it's been a few months since it's been 6 months. So I think it was like January, February of last year, or whatever. And I got my tickets through Game Time, and it was fantastic. And it was right on the cusp of it sort of like popping off because the movie was coming out. So it was like perfect timing. And I think that if people are Wicked is obviously the new phenomenon right now, which as it should be. But if you saw the movie and you're able to get to a Wicked show, if you're in the tri-state area, New York, anything like that, you gotta go. You gotta go see it. It's a fantastic play. They, the songs are the same. They put on an excellent show. So you gotta get there.
It's almost like more emotional on the Broadway stage because you see the characters in real life. But
you'll also see the second half. Like
that's true.
The movie's only act one
first,
technically, so you can kind of see what happens at the end. If you're itching, you can't wait a year. You need to find out what's going on. You can go see the play.
Yeah, totally. And Game Time is just great for Broadway tickets in general. But just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Pix setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Pix deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm definitely going to be buying those Wicked tickets now with Game Time Pix. Take the guesswork, Wicked tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TWATCH for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TWATCH for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time.
So yes, thank you just forever and always to Game Time for having our backs, for having Swifties' backs, for caring about the fans that want to go and have these moments and experience this camaraderie, experience this community. Maybe they haven't felt it before. Game Time really came through for a lot of people. So shout out to them.
Yep.
But yeah, Eras Tour, last 3 nights in Vancouver. Surprise songs were as expected.
Yeah.
Heart-wrenching. Gut-punching.
Well, it really was like
Piano songs.
I guess maybe night 2, both of them were kind of more like sadder, but more piano.
The piano ones
for night 1, night 3.
Do you feel? Whenever she does the acoustic set, I always am more emotional with the piano, regardless.
Yeah.
I think I'm sure this is a common thought. Like piano's just generally a little more emotional feeling.
Yeah.
But the performances were just fantastic. I think that everyone that went people didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
I know that we talked about it last week, being like, we think it's going to be a straight up top to bottom Eras Tour show to commemorate, the tour that it's been, the amazing, everything about it's been so amazing. And so why like add in and be quirky and be weird towards the end or whatever. And I know that we also talked about how we didn't think there were going to be any announcements and blah, blah, blah. And Gia, I'm very glad that it went the way that it did.
Yeah, same.
I think that
it made me have less FOMO.
No, honestly, yeah, it really did. It made me have less FOMO. And it also too, just like, it was a great close the chapter.
Yeah,
to the
it
tour,
was perfect. I feel like it had to be the way that it was. I feel like the original concept of the Eras Tour is how it should have ended, because it's just like, then that way it's kind of like fair for everyone, I guess, so. In a way. Not that anything happening at people's concerts is unfair or whatever, because it's up to Taylor's decision at the end of the day, but like, I don't know, I just feel like that moment is to kind of take what the Eras Tour is and not for all the other like added expectations, I guess. So yeah, I just, at first I thought, oh, maybe there would be, a surprise. And, she did bring out Gracie at night 2.
Yeah, she
so
did.
There was this technically a surprise guest, but no, nothing besides that. But to me, I feel like that's exactly what you said, the perfect ending.
Yeah, I really think it. And interestingly enough, Taylor was filmed all 3 nights.
Yeah.
Was she filmed the last night as well?
I think so, yeah.
And she wore the same outfits every night.
She wore the same, yes.
First and second, I know. Third, I really couldn't tell. Honestly, I was like too emotional. I couldn't tell.
I'm pretty sure she wore all of the same outfits, because I was like going through for Mastermind.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's been wearing the same stuff over and over again.
Right.
but let me see.
Which
Masterminds.
is a telltale sign for maybe anyone confused. I think pretty much everybody figured this out by now. But
so Vancouver, it was all the same.
all the same, right?
Yeah.
So there was intense camera crew filming on the stage. There was runner cameras going along the sides of the stage, like very clearly filming for. What we have to assume is this documentary. Like,
has to be.
Some people are saying that she'll put out like another like concert thing and it'll have tortured poets in it. That would be exciting, but I don't know about that.
I just feel like documentary is just like it's inevitable. Like
that feels like the thing.
It's just too big of a tour. I feel like we've been like parroting this forever and ever, but it's just too big of a tour to not have a documentary about it. So many moving parts, so many details that people are interested in.
Absolutely.
And
also, if I'm her, I want to document it for my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I do
look
wonder
at what
though.
I went through.
Like the fact that she did wear the same outfits does kind of make me feel like maybe it was for some sort of concert thing, just because like the continuity of things. Like I feel
exactly.
Like
oh right, sorry. That was I meant to finish my thought. The reason she would wear all these outfits in a row is for continuity's sake. Whenever if they're filming her performing or whatever, when they edit it later,
then it doesn't matter.
They have much more footage to go through. Yeah,
but like I don't know. I feel like it would be such a missed opportunity. You could also do both. It's like there's no reason why you can't do both. But I really hope that there is some sort of form of documentary. Did you see that there was like on the screen for like a second that it seems like they jumped to one of the cameras?
Yes,
and it was like
on an on-stage camera.
Yeah.
So obviously they have the screens that project the show to everybody in the stadium, and normally it's we don't know where those cameras are, but at one of the shows they put up on the screen what one of the camera guys was on the stage following her around during Reputation?
Yeah. And
was following her around, and she's looking at the camera, whatever, clearly again being filmed, but then also
it looked like a music video.
It really did. Yeah. So I'm unsure of what's to come. There's obviously something to come though.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be exciting, and I think that continuously filming her performing. I mean, I can watch the performance, a million different ways, a million different times. Doesn't matter what day, doesn't matter whatever.
Yeah.
But who knows what that will turn into. But I just think it's really exciting. And I also think that it's interesting that they are filming it, which lends to our documentary, not even theory at this point. It's like, it's happening.
Yeah.
That they are filming her coming off stage with her parents, with her brother.
They're filming the parent, like they're filming like people in the crowd. They're filming everybody. So
right. So it's it's bigger than just like the stage.
Yeah.
So
and they had the overhead ones too, which is like
the flying camera
on
the cable.
Yeah. This just popped into my head. Did you see there was some controversy about the ending of the Eras Tour? Some people were saying that it was underwhelming. And I think that the girl that does the live streams, Tess.
Oh yeah.
She's in some hot water.
Oh shit.
Because
oh no. What happened to Tess?
Let me see if I can find it.
I was commenting in her live stream.
But
for a little while.
She said something about
skipping around live streams.
She said something about like at the end of the show that the live stream that the show was underwhelming is what she said. And like people
tough.
are like mad at her. Fuck, I can't find it.
I don't know how I didn't see this, but sometimes the streamer drama, unless it's like huge, I don't get into it. I was watching I watched Tess's stream for a little while, and then I was watching Amir's on YouTube.
Yeah, I always watch Amir on YouTube.
And I like him. So that was that, but I think the idea.
But basically the general thing that people were mad about was that she was like, I can't believe like I stayed up for this, like whatever.
God.
Like that.
Where
she was
she based?
I don't really know, honestly. I don't know where she's from. I don't really know anything about her, but like she seemed so positive. So I think people. Oh, okay. She posted on her story.
Oh. It's long. It looks long.
Yeah. Okay, wait. No, people are mad about her for a bunch of different things, it looks like.
Oh my God. I did see someone on Twitter being like, why is Tess making merch? I was like, I don't know. Everybody makes merch. Who gives a
Everybody
fuck?
makes merch.
What's it?
Yeah.
Don't buy it if you don't like it. Who
Yeah.
cares?
I guess she had a rant about Taylor and Travis. She said not to expect an engagement and they might not be happy.
Oh, what?
She went on an unnecessary rant about Travis and Taylor, saying people shouldn't expect the engagement from them because maybe they're not as happy as they appear to be. She also shared that annoying Gaylor stream who's obsessed with Travis.
Oh, you know what? I saw that girl. The girl who the Gaylor who's obsessed with Travis, the one that like goes to his went to his like the she went to like practice camp or something.
Oh.
Like Chiefs football camp. And I guess she's always posting. But I don't know if she was like a Chiefs fan or something. I really don't know the lore with that. I do know that some people will get themselves in hot water by trying to say things that they feel are maybe prolific or maybe they're trying to like curb expectations. Like Tess, I guess, saying it's underwhelming. I don't agree with it being underwhelming.
Yeah.
I think it was a top to bottom typical Eras Tour show, which in itself is already insane. I wouldn't call that underwhelming. I also think that saying something like, "Oh, maybe they're not as happy as they appear to be," or whatever. Like she's so nice. I can't imagine she meant that with like a bad tone. Maybe she's saying like maybe people are like.
I think they're skewing her words now that I'm looking at it. She posted and said,
she doesn't sound like
I was told that some of the things I said at the end of today's live stream were confusing. I was trying to make the point of we shouldn't make statements and assume we know what is best for Taylor or what she wants.
For sure, which I kind of get.
And then try to relate the same message for people in our everyday lives because I see it way too often. I shouldn't have ended the night with that rant, but I kept seeing it and blah, blah, blah. I was trying to say that we should express to those that we love things like I hope you're happy no matter what that looks like and not hoping for specific pressuring outcomes for people. Still learning that every thought I have doesn't need to be said, and especially not when I can't explain myself very well.
Girl, I feel that.
Not
every thought I say I think needs to be said. I'm just not here. I'm not here to cancel Tess. I don't think. I don't think I care about this so much. I think that it kind of sounds like maybe she was trying to like overcorrect and maybe it came out wrong or something. I know that she tried really hard this entire tour to put on something nice for everybody. And I know that there's an aspect to it where it's like she makes a little money and whatever. But I think that people don't understand the work that goes into like working one of those live streams. Like,
it's crazy.
You have to be on constant alert. You have to like, it's, you're giving up every day of your life. You know what I mean? That the tour is on. It's a lot. So, and hundreds of thousands of people watch her live all the time. So I think it's, I think I would venture to say she did more good than anything. So,
yeah, I agree.
So I think we can just leave Tess alone for now, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Who knows what she's, I don't know what's she going to do next. Like, who knows? That's her thing.
I guess I kind of, and I also, at the end of the day, like, I kind of understand where she's coming from. Like, you just stayed up for 3 hours. Like, you're a live stream person. Like,
yeah.
You're tired. Like, you're just,
for sure.
She was probably just like, oh, like,
yeah.
Like, oh, nothing happened. Like, okay. And people probably like, oh, what? Are you not happy that nothing happened? Like, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just like everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah.
It's like chill. Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, okay. Sorry. It's crazy how people are like just so quick to be like, I'm done with her, blah, blah, blah.
Like, fuck her.
Yeah. Just like, because she like said something maybe you don't necessarily agree with. It's just crazy.
People, it's like, don't people get tired of doing that?
She got 142 million TikTok likes during the final Taylor Swift Eras tour.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But that's the thing. Like, that's how many people are watching. At one point, I was watching, on Amir's stream, it was like, 500,000 people or something. 300,000 people watching his on YouTube. Like, I think I saw a stat on Twitter that it was like at least a million people were watching on live streams alone. And I was like, that's crazy, but that's how, everyone wants to tune in. Everyone wants to see. And yes, maybe they're tuning in because they want to see if there's going to be something, an announcement or whatever at the end of the day. But I do think there's truth to the fact that a ton of people just wanted to like go through the motions of that one more time. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like, I know that was kind of for me. Like, earlier days, we would watch the live streams pretty religiously, I think, you and me.
Yeah.
And then towards, after we saw it a few times, whatever, it's like we knew what was going on. We didn't need to watch the live stream every single weekend. We'd see clips on Twitter of the surprise songs and maybe tune in for moments like that, but not the consistent watching like some people do. But I watched all Friday and I watched all Sunday. And
I watched all 3 nights. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
So,
I thought that was kind of
interesting,
crazy. I
yeah,
feel
it's
like
a little much, I think.
yeah,
People can chill.
it's hard when you're a live streamer also because like everything you say is live.
Of course.
So you
doing stuff live is hard.
It's so hard because
doing
if
stuff
you
live
say
is,
the one thing that it could be so taken out of context. So
you also too like it's not normal for people to just be spewing their thoughts after hours and hours. And again, she's on there for 3.5 hours, just talking, doing whatever, blah blah blah. Like it's not an easy thing to do. So,
yeah, I wish I should have gotten more of the facts before it just
regardless,
popped
though,
into my head.
That's a weird thing. And
Yeah.
I'm down to just move past that, not cancel Tess, and say thanks for all the live streams. And
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't think we need to even go. She's fine. Gia, as I was away this weekend, I was, staying in a hotel. I didn't have my Boll and Branch sheets, so I slept terribly. Then I got home, and I had flowers waiting for me from our precious angels over at Boll and Branch, telling me that they were thinking of my family and thinking of me. And I am like, I was sobbing my eyes out, absolutely overcome, so kind. This is why, like, Boll and Branch is a true bestie of the pod, but also the people that we get to work with on the Boll and Branch team are so wonderful, and just the company as a whole is so wonderful, and I just can't get over what a thoughtful thing that was, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by it, and just thank you guys so much. Thank you so much to the Boll and Branch team for thinking of me. That was
feel
such
like
a kind thing.
the kindness and like the personal factor of the people that work at Boll and Branch, like they really have tried to develop a relationship with us, and they go out of their way to be so nice to us, like just like something like that. And I think that speaks to like the product itself, like
Absolutely.
the people that
even the way it arrives
with,
is so
it's
thoughtful. It's all very
Yeah.
thoughtful, and it feels like you're buying from like a, I don't know, like I guess like a small business. I guess it technically is a small business, but it just feels so, I don't know. It feels better than buying some like big box whatever. You know what I mean? Like I just think it's so wonderful, and they're so thoughtful.
You know that you're giving money to like a company that deserves it, like people that work very hard, people that are kind, people that
passionate.
So they've been such a dream.
They really have been, and I can't get over how kind and thoughtful that is. So and then also separately, I was out to dinner last week with Swifty John Feidelberg.
Love.
People remember him. He's been on the pod a couple times. We were all at dinner, and he was saying, "Oh, I've been looking for new sheets or whatever." And I said, "Oh, well, do I have a brand for you?"
Yeah.
He used the Taylor Watch code,
for
us and everything, and got himself at the table. Literally bought new sheets, new everything.
That's
Boll and
funny.
Branch. So, and he's like, "I can't wait for them to come." He's in Italy right now, so when he gets back, he'll I'm sure have nice things to say about it.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to get a first review.
They're just all over our lives, and I think that I think there's something to it that's like it's comfort, and it's sheets and blankets and things like that, and I think it's just they're just so wonderful, and the product is so wonderful, and I just can't say enough nice things. You
guys know, I mean, we talk about it all the time how much we love them, and their signature sheets are made with the finest 100% organic cotton. It gets softer with every single wash, so these sheets will immediately change your sleep and bring you the dreamiest bedding experience. Boll and Branch's products are made different so you can sleep better at night, and they come wrapped and ready in a beautiful holiday gift box. So whether it's a gift to yourself or a loved one, this gorgeous packaging will make the holiday season even more special. Gift you and your loved ones a better night's sleep with Boll and Branch, and right now is their best offer of the entire year. Shop their cyber event for 25% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets. Just head to bollandbranch.com and use promo code TaylorWatch. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com. Promo code TaylorWatch. Limited time only. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
But I do think that the idea that it may or may not have been underwhelming is, maybe some people are projecting. Maybe they're sad. Maybe they're sad it's over. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just like, the crowd is chanting more. And I think sometimes that part of that song, obviously I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, All the Pieces of Me Shattered and the Crowd Is Chanting More. I think we as a fandom can see it and kind of laugh ironically and be like, haha, you're right. Like, we just, all we want is more. We love you so much. But then you have to remember that there's a dark part of that where the crowd is chanting more and you're just like greedy as fuck.
Yeah.
And, and people need to like get a grip sometimes, I think, and be like, all right, like I understand that, maybe you wanted to see an announcement, maybe you wanted this, maybe you wanted that, but I'm not coming in here pouting and kicking my feet and being like,
she also,
what the fuck, for stomping my feet, you know?
She could have just ended the tour in London. Like, she came back to the US, came back to Canada.
Right.
Like, I just feel like at this point, just got to be grateful for what we got, not what we didn't get.
Yep.
But I do understand feeling a little disappointed, I guess what the word should be, or just like, I don't know.
I feel like disappointed is too strong.
I know, it's just hard because like I'm trying to imagine someone like who's going to the last night, like you're seeing all this stuff online, she's gonna do this, she's gonna do that, and then like the tour goes as expected. I don't know how to describe the feeling, but I feel like maybe deep down I would be like, oh, like I thought something was gonna happen, but it didn't. That's okay. But
for
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think right. It honestly, it goes down.
Not that it takes away from anything or changes anything about the tour,
right?
But I guess I'm just trying to like put myself in the people's shoes when they do say that, because I feel like no matter what, it doesn't fucking matter if she does. Like, the tour is still amazing, 10 out of 10, just like unbelievable. But I guess I kind of understand a little bit if like you are, it's the last night of the Eras tour. People are all, have conspiracies all over the place, and then the tour goes as expected. If you really, really are hoping that this one thing, Rep Taylor's version gets announced or something, it doesn't. I don't know. I can understand it if you just think it. You don't need to say it out loud.
Yeah, I think it's right. I think, and yes, Gia, that's exactly it. I think it is fine to feel like, oh man, but I think it needs to end there. Like, it doesn't need to be like, wow, so disappointed, so anticlimactic, this, that, whatever. Like, that's a weird, bad attitude to have. And I would literally kill myself if I said I was underwhelmed or disappointed in something and fucking Taylor saw it. Like, I would kill myself. Like,
oh my God,
that is. The idea of that alone makes me want to die.
Yeah.
And so I can't, in any world even really like feel anything but grateful, even though I guess I can see a world where it's like, oh, I thought we were going to get this and then we weren't going to get that, or we ended up not getting it. But I don't know. I think that I think
it's like kind of the same feeling maybe as like getting a surprise song.
Sure. Right.
That you maybe like, which you really wanted a surprise song and they don't do it. And it's like, well, obviously like everything you have was amazing, but like in your head you're thinking, oh, like there's a little part of me that was hoping maybe she would do it, and she didn't, and that's okay, but like, oh, whatever. But I think it's the public acknowledgement of that feeling that's when it starts to get tricky, because it's just like, all right, let's just keep that to ourselves here, because you're just going to sound super, super ungrateful if you're
greedy.
Coming,
it's greedy. I don't like that, but I think
when girls post the videos of like a surprise song that they don't know, and they're like, "Oh, like I don't know this song," like blah blah blah, and all they get is hate. It's like, well, you kind of that's what are you going to expect?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. But yeah, no, I think that Vancouver, the city, really pulled it out for Taylor. They did confirm
get the beads,
get the friendship bracelet. Love. They set up like a light bridge with a friendship bracelet on it that said "Fearless."
Yeah.
They have I'm unfamiliar with Canada and Vancouver, but they have like a light bridge or whatever, and a suspension bridge, I think they're calling it.
Yes, suspension bridge. I think
it's like covered in lights, and they put a light up friendship bracelet on it, which is so cool. And they built a mini folklore cabin downtown to take photos with. Just really, and I think that I'm glad that it was in a city that would go to those lengths to make everybody happy and just be into it and be excited about it. So that's comforting.
Yeah.
And it's just good stuff. Let's see, the surprise songs. Well, Friday was
Haunted and Wonderland on the guitar, which was amazing.
So good.
And then Never Grow Up and The Best Day on the piano.
And that ripped my soul in 25 pieces. Like that was, I was crying in a way that I can't even like. it was just like full heaving body
Yeah.
sobs. And I'm sure, like, obviously those songs are both like tearjerker songs for sure. And I think it's just generally like, you know, it's the time of year. It's
Ugh.
shit going on with my family. It's shit going on in my life. Like, it's
Yeah.
just all of it kind of came together, and it was such a sweet. I could honestly cry right now. It was so sweet. Like, it's such a good mashup. And then at the same time, thinking about it, like, obviously we want to relate it all to ourselves
Yeah.
because that's what's great. But then at the same time, when you think about it from Taylor's perspective, you know, kind of singing to her family and
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
and just
You could see
reminding
Scott
them that-
and Andrea, they were like embracing each other,
Yeah,
and like Andrea
Austin,
was
they did a
crying.
family group
Yeah, they did a
hug.
group hug after, which was so cute. Like,
it's just they just, you know, they're
that
just
was
such good people.
so
and
dedicated to her family, obviously, because those
Absolutely.
songs are dedicated to her family. But
Yes.
yeah, like, that was a perfect mashup to do for her family, for her brother, for her parents, and
Yep.
it was something that you needed for sure.
yeah.
It was
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just really, oh god, like those two songs together. I was literally sitting with
I never would have
Anchovy,
thought to put them together.
petting her and saying, "Don't you ever grow up? Don't you ever grow up?" She's like, "What the fuck is wrong
She's
with
like,
you?"
"You chill."
Yeah, I was not okay,
Oh,
but
that's
yeah,
hilarious.
it was
It's so funny.
emotional one for sure.
That's fantastic. I mean, yeah, no, it was just, you know, it's sometimes they hit you right in your feels.
Yeah.
You know? And I kind of in my head, I'm like, I hope that those surprise song mashups are recorded and we get to see them
I
again and like
know.
watch them. I would watch that every time I want to feel bad. I would like, you know,
Yeah.
every time I want to cry and like think about life and, you know, where my life is going and, you know, being alive and dying and whatever. I would just listen to that.
It's so
fantastic.
Yeah.
Night two and
Night
night two were all for you.
I know. Night 2 was crazy.
Night 2
she brought out
was
Gracie
crazy.
Abrams, and they
Uh-huh.
did "I Love You, I'm Sorry" and "Last Kiss."
Yep.
which is just like
I mean,
amazing.
literally all of it is for you. Like even the Gracie song. You love
I know.
that
I
song.
love
Yeah,
that
yeah,
song,
yeah.
and "Last Kiss" is like one of my favorite Taylor songs too. But then just unbelievable "Torture Poets Department" and "Maroon."
Believable, Gia.
I was screaming at my phone.
No, I wasn't. I'm like so pissed I wasn't watching because we were in New Orleans. We were doing shit, and when I saw you text being like, "Oh my god, holy shit!" I like didn't see it till the morning.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my fucking god." I cannot believe, because when we talked about that and we were riffing a little bit, whatever, and you had that idea, like, it was such a good idea, but it was one of those things where it's like, oh, I don't even know if people have thought about that, if Taylor would think about that. They do, you know, when you think about it, it does make total sense because Maroon, you know, is Matty Healy.
Yeah.
And that's just that. So is Torture Poets Department.
Yeah.
So they are kind of like sister songs in a way.
Yeah.
And for that to pop up, I mean, I can't, that's insane.
It
That's
was insane. She started doing "Torture Poets Department." I was like, oh, okay. Like, what if? Like, that would be so crazy. What if? And then all of a sudden, it was just like,
shocking.
from the morning when I was like, what the fuck?
Literally insane.
She knows who I am. She knows who
I mean, 1,000,000,000 fucking percent. Like, there is no world where you could tell me that Taylor didn't see that clip.
No,
or like one of her, somebody was like, "Hey Taylor, check this out. These girls have a good idea."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like,
Imagine.
this is what's going on. No, like that's
what happened in my head. Like,
that's what happened. Like, you can't tell me anything else. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And we're gonna run with that. And you should run with that because that is what.
Oh,
what a
I
moment.
told all my friends. I was like, yeah, she saw my video. And
Yeah.
they're like, wait, are you like, do you know this? I was like,
Wait a minute, really?
no.
It's like, well, yeah.
Well, in my brain, she saw it.
Essentially, yes, confirmed. Her performing those two songs mashed up together was the confirmation that she saw the video.
Yeah.
So
I just, yeah, we just have a, unspoken connection. She
Exactly.
loves our show.
She loves our
She's
show.
a huge fan.
She's a huge She's
Yeah.
a massive fan. She doesn't miss an episode. She actually she calls in frequently for voicemails, but she disguises her voice.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like
She
that's how we
uses
don't
a voice
always
modulator.
exactly.
But yeah, no, great mashups
Fantastic.
on night 2. It was interesting. I didn't even pick up on it, but Gracie did "I Miss You, I'm Sorry" on her set.
Yes.
And then did "I Love You, I'm Sorry" instead with Taylor. But yeah, I loved the part where it was like shit with "Last Kiss," and then it's like, fuck, what are the lyrics of "Last Kiss"?
And then our last kiss, how did it end like this? Your name.
But it at the end she goes
forever
like,
name on my lips.
"Oh, I never planned on you changing your
Mm-hmm.
mind." But that's just the way life goes.
So
So
good.
good. Really good. And their harmonizing sounded amazing.
They did sound really
so
good.
amazing.
Oh,
so.
speaking of Gracie, we didn't even talk about her at the beginning, opening the show, crying, being
yeah,
like, you know,
she
we're
had
just
a really
so lucky.
sweet speech.
Great speech.
I
She's
mean-
just, I love Gracie. I don't, why does she get like weird hate sometimes online?
She
Like,
gets so
it's
much
crazy
hate
to me.
on Twitter. It's insane.
It's crazy.
I
think her songs are fantastic. I think she seems like a lovely person.
people are just jealous of her.
They
really,
must
I
be.
think they are like so jealous of the fact that she's a nepo baby.
Oh, that's yes, of course.
J.J. Abrams'
People
daughter.
everybody wants to bring down a nepo baby.
And they just, I think people think that like if she wasn't a nepo baby, she wouldn't be like as successful as she is right now.
Yeah.
Which
I don't totally disagree. I mean, of course, being a nepo baby opens certain doors.
Yeah.
But you can be a nepo baby and
you have to
try
like,
to have a
carry
career.
your
And
own.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not like you're not going to open for Taylor Swift because you're a nepo baby. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's what people are missing. Like Taylor doesn't give a fuck about that, and she brings her on the tour, and half the time people don't even know she's J.J. Abrams' daughter. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
Like
know.
they're like, oh, who's this? She opens for Taylor Swift. So if anything, it's Taylor's doing.
I
than
think
anything.
people just hear like certain songs of hers also, and they're like, "Oh, she's not that good of a singer." Like 'cause sometimes she like whisper sings.
She's like raspy.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
think if you think
Whatever, that's
that,
her
you need to
style.
go see her live because she's so good. Like her singing voice is amazing.
That actually is so true.
But yeah,
her.
I think
her voice is
I think
tremendous.
she's just people are just super jealous of her because she's a
Yeah.
nepo baby. She's beautiful, skinny, dating Paul Mescal. Like,
yeah. Well, fucking eat it, bitches. Like,
yeah,
sorry.
no, literally.
Sorry. If I'm Gracie, I'm like literally fucking whatever.
Yeah,
I got a good ass life. What do you want?
No,
I'm opening
exactly.
for Taylor Swift. My songs are popping off. I have a hot
All my
ass
outfits
boyfriend.
are so
I have a-
cute.
I grew up rich, and you guys
Yeah.
didn't eat my ass. Like literally. Like that's
Yeah.
get over
No,
it. You know?
totally.
Like relax. But her speech to Taylor was lovely, and I think that having her on as an opener for the tour for like the back half of the tour was fantastic, especially with her like her album, and I think that she got the kind of shine that she deserved. And then of course in the beginning when Sabrina was opening, I think she also got the exactly the kind of shine she deserved. Like it was just it's
Well,
just so nice to see
Gracie-
these people like lifted up.
It's interesting because when Gracie opened for Taylor, like in the beginning of the tour, like
Yeah.
May-ish, whatever, like
yeah.
she was at such a different point, and
Way
I
different.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what caused it. I think with obviously what you said, the album release
Yeah.
brought in so much more fans because there's like
For
so much
sure.
more new music.
And the song with Taylor.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it is interesting how like I think Gracie was technically before Sabrina went on. Sabrina was
She
South
was,
America.
because it was
And 'cause-
wasn't Gracie like a pre-opener? It was like Gracie,
Yeah, it was Gracie
then
and Phoebe.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
like
So she
you
was like
kind of
the
get
opener,
lost
the
in
opener.
the sauce a little bit
For
there.
sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I also feel like
But at that time, she only had what at that time? She only had like three songs or so. Like,
no,
that she was
she's had a
performing.
couple albums.
No, that she was performing.
oh.
I mean, like hits. Like she.
Yeah, yeah,
when
no,
she was opening before Phoebe. Like, it wasn't only like one or two songs that everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I like love that."
Yeah,
Gracie
like
Abrams
I don't
song.
even know. Like
Can't
I
think of
Miss
what they
You, I'm
were.
Sorry. It
Yes.
was a really popular one of hers. But yeah, like I would say like I don't even know if there was a song that
I can't
the
remember
general
it right now.
public could be like, oh yeah, I know this.
Yeah, I can't remember
because
it.
she was still pretty small back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to see like her two longer running openers.
Mm-hmm.
Their careers have just totally skyrocketed.
Absolutely. And, Taylor brings all her friends to the summit. She says it all the time. But I think that there's truth to that in multiple ways. One, these women, in this case they happen to be women, are so talented and they deserve the shine and they work really hard and they have albums and they perform and they're fabulous. I think also there's an element of like, if Taylor gives you her stamp of approval, like the Swifties support you too. And they understand that it's hard to make it in this world. It's hard to make it in this business. Hard to find a place in this world. And I think that it's, gets to a point where like it's not that any of us are performers or we like, you know, see ourselves in these people, but you have experienced things in your life where you're like, wow, it would be so nice if I had like a massive support system for this undertaking that I'm doing. I'm nervous about it. I feel good about it, whatever. And I just feel like the Swifties are always there. It's like, you know what, girl, we got your back. So go on right ahead.
Yeah.
And I think that it helps give you the boost that you need to like become as mainstream as it becomes.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
like,
totally.
I wouldn't say like Gracie or Sabrina's fans are exclusively Swifties anymore at all.
Yeah.
But I think that the Swifties definitely kind of like popped him up to a certain extent.
Totally.
You know? Which is wonderful. But that leads into the final night surprise songs.
Yep.
Mashup on guitar, Place in This World, and what was the other?
New Romantics.
Which that was a surprising mashup.
When she first started playing A Place in This World, I was like, what song is this? And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, duh. And yeah, very surprising mashup.
Surprising mashup. But then I was reading some people's thoughts on it and like how she had placed the lyrics next to each other, and it kind of sounds like, you know, she's telling a story with it as always, but with Place in This World, it's like, oh, despite all of this, the tour, the money, the fame, whatever, like all I've ever been looking for is just a place in this world. And I think that New Romantics is kind of like that, that like, let's all come together and we've kind of built this together.
Totally.
I never really thought of New Romantics as that kind of song, like a we've all built this together, like a fans thing, or I could build a castle of all the bricks you threw at me.
Yeah, it is like an anthem.
A little bit,
Yeah.
which I never really thought of it like that before. But people actually loved that mashup. They were once you think about like the deeper meaning behind it, they really like it.
Yeah,
And,
like I like I could build a castle, all the bricks you threw at me, and every day is a battle, but every night with us is like a dream.
Yeah,
like the Eras
exactly,
tour. Yeah.
exactly. So there's a lot of pointed lines that were just sweet, and I think it was a cute mashup.
Yeah,
high
surprising.
Energy. Yeah, high energy. You
Yeah.
know, like two songs that were kind of fast.
What did you guess for guitar?
I had guessed. What did I guess? I think I guessed "Long Live" on guitar.
Oh, I think I did too. Honestly,
let me see what I sent you.
Let me look it up on Taylor Watch.
I said "Long Live" and I did something bad.
Ooh,
because I thought she would do. Yeah, I don't know. No, I kind of thought like. I kind of thought it'd be like
Long
I did something bad. Like I
live.
broke the fucking. You know, I broke every record in the world.
Right.
Like I pissed everybody off. I did. Like I kind of thought maybe there'd be like a. You know, and that's also me with it. Maybe that's a little bit of clowning in there.
Long live the walls.
Yeah.
Said
the
I
walls,
did something bad. That's funny.
But the most fun I ever had, and I do it over and over and over again. Like
If
that.
I could,
If I could,
yeah.
like that. You know, I kind of thought like just felt so good.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
long live the walls.
They're
we
just
crashed
so,
through.
like,
they can. They make no sense. But
Yeah.
the way that she had been like mashing up those songs that don't necessarily sound like they'd be the same.
Yeah.
Were making sense. And I honestly think a good example of that is Long Live, which she did end up doing on piano only. And Long Live, of course, is a big, the walls we crashed through. But the way she sang it was soft and sweet and, you know, immediate tears. Like I was crying with the words.
emotional
Oh my
as
God.
fuck.
So the piano was Long Live, New Year's Day, and the manuscript.
Yep.
And I think we all knew the manuscript was going to be in there. How the fuck did I forget, or I and you forget to say New Year's Day? Like maybe we said it somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I never.
Glitter on the floor after the party.
I know.
Like,
I never.
I don't know why I didn't think about it.
I did see a lot of people guessing that as their surprise
for
song.
sure.
But yeah, no, it makes 100%
total sense.
Total sense. I do also love that song so much.
Obsessed
But yeah,
with it.
great
Reputation, of course.
song for the last mashup. Great pick of the last 3 songs.
Absolutely. Wait, actually, think about it. So she did debut song. Is A Place in This World debut?
Yeah. Debut 1989. Speak Now. Rep. TTPD.
Interesting. That's I don't know if that means anything, but that's a good span of that. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Getting them all in there.
of the catalog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Someone also said that she she started the tour with a song from debut, Tim McGraw, and ended the tour with the last song from Tortured Poets.
That's cute.
Manuscript, which
Yeah.
I think is really sweet. That was the manuscript. Like that song just rips my heart out. Like,
Yeah.
that's something about it. Like I don't know. It's that feeling. It's putting yourself in her shoes and being
It's like nostalgic.
right. And we were talking about it when we talked about just like getting that. This chapter of my life is finally fucking closed.
Yeah, cathartic.
You know?
Releasing everything and
Totally.
then closing the book and walking away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
I just loved like what you said, the delivery of it.
Yeah.
The pace change of Long Live, or like the
Mhm.
tone change, was so perfect. And I don't know if you saw, but there people were taking videos of like the dancers backstage all like hugging each
Yep.
other and like swaying and stuff as
Yep.
she was doing it. But yeah, perfect
So
way
sweet.
to end the surprise songs.
Mhm.
I'm glad that Long Live was there, because I really thought she was gonna add it to the set
Dude,
list.
me too.
Really
And
thought people were clowning there. I sent you it on Twitter, like people like the koi fish guitar. I can see it. Whatever.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was saying it. It seemed like an obvious thing to throw in there, but I was watching the clip that we posted about us talking about the manuscript, and in it I say something along the lines of like, "This is one more song. They already know the choreography. Like, throw yourselves in there, whatever."
Yeah.
I didn't like how that sounded, because I felt like it kind of was like a, I'll just do one more song. That
Yeah,
sounded
yeah,
greedy.
yeah.
That sounded greedy of me. But I still was surprised, though. At least not once. Like
I got
because
what you were
the big-
saying though.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you might as well.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that not including it in the set list and then putting it at the end like that,
It packs more of a punch.
It did. It
Yeah,
really did.
yeah,
It packed more of a punch. It was like a cherry on top.
Yep.
And like we said, the tone change, the softness of it, like was just so. It was more meaningful.
Yeah, more
somehow.
meaningful. Yeah, I agree.
So
I totally
I'm glad
agree.
that it went the way that it did. And then at the end, we launched. We go into Karma. We get
Yeah.
into all of that.
She did one.
Yeah, she did one and then waved. She
Yeah.
might as well have said, "Literally, fuck you, bitch." Like that was like, it was so. I cried at that. Like,
Yeah.
it's just such a. I don't know.
The part that made me tear up was the first speech. I forget
All
what she
Too
did
Well.
during like the lover speech, but
the lover speech.
There was. I forget what speech it was. But she made like the line. She was like, "I can't believe that just one line about friendship bracelets has like changed everything."
Mhm.
But yeah, she had like all of those speeches. She just talked about like how much she loves the fans and how much she loved being a part of this, and like how it was like the most challenging part of her life, but also like the most rewarding. So yeah, it was just so emotional, and I
Yeah.
feel like she really was thoughtful about what she was saying
Absolutely.
towards like the fans and stuff. And
Mhm.
you could even hear her at the end get emotional, like her voice was kind of, you could tell.
For sure.
But she was like, for one last time, like, my beloved Eras tour.
Oh God, yeah.
God, is so
tearing up again.
So
Like, it's fantastic. I am surprised to
Yeah,
not
I
have
never-
had.
I never
any-
thought that writing one line about friendship bracelets would have you guys all knowing every single word to every song.
For sure. I was surprised that friendship bracelet line wasn't. She didn't throw it into like a. So make the friendship bracelets.
yeah.
And long live the wall. Like
Oh,
I was
yeah,
surprised
yeah.
they didn't throw it in there a little bit. So you're on your own, kid. Whoever was the last concert to hear that, they were the last ones.
So
to
crazy.
hear that.
She said, "There's a
Um,
reason this is my longest tour. I never wanted it to end because you made it a wonderful experience. You created traditions, trading friendship bracelets. Like I wrote one line in a song that mentions make the friendship bracelets, and I show up to the first show of the Eras tour, and you guys made friendship bracelets. You're trading friendship bracelets. You're making friends, and now I feel like friendship bracelets. You've kind of made that idea synonymous with the Eras tour. That's a pretty wild thing to do, and that's just one of the things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cute." I
it's
think
just sweet stuff.
She said, making friends and bringing joy to each other, that is, I think, the lasting legacy of this tour, is the fact that you have created such a space of joy and togetherness and love. I couldn't be more proud of you. Honestly, that is all you. That is what people think when they think about this tour, is how they felt out in the crowd with you. I just want to say that you're why this is so special, and you're supporting me for as long as you have is why I get to take these lovely walks down memory lane every single night, because you cared about every era of my entire life that I've been making music. So thank you.
Ugh,
It's so cute.
just wonderful.
But yeah, like you really can say like the lasting legacy of this tour is just like kindness and fun and joy and coming together and just like no judgment, just
Yes.
enjoyment of each other's time and enjoyment of her
And
music.
respect
Yeah.
for each other, respect for the good times and the bad times that everyone's been through. That
Yeah.
there's that certain level of understanding. Like I said before, like if you like Taylor Swift and you understand her songs and you feel her songs in an emotional way in any capacity, it's like then you've been through something that other people have been through, and
Yeah.
it's just it's a comforting feeling, I think. And exactly what you just said is why I think that I personally and a lot of other people are sad about the Eras Tour ending. It's that, like, I just hope that that legacy carries on
totally.
without the tour. And I think that it will. I think that there's certainly a shift, I think, in tone when it comes to women supporting each other. I think that there will always be women who hate women, and that's just a fact. And some women are like that.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can bring more to the real side, but I think that people realize that supporting each other is a lot better, a lot easier, and it's just it's nice to do that. It's just nice to support each other, and it's nice to be there for each other, and it's nice to have a little bit of empathy for people and to have grace with people. And I think the Eras Tour is kind of like listen, we're at the Eras Tour. Let's all love each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like a
put our differences aside.
Yes, honestly. And I think that it's it's such a magical thing, and I think the longevity of the tour in general kind of like really hammered it home. Like, if the tour had only been like 8 months, I don't think that we would have these feelings, and I don't think it would like have changed my views on the way I approach a situation sometimes. Like, I definitely personally I judge less. But I'm a judgy bitch. Like, and I've been a judgy bitch like my whole life. And as I get older, you get less that way. I think that is also just like a maturity thing. But I certainly judge less because I think to myself, like, you know what? You never know.
Yeah.
And I think that there's an element to that I would owe to the Eras Tour. I think that it's just, being comfortable around other women. And just being nice to other women. And there's a lot of people that have a hard time with that. And so hopefully.
Yeah. Maybe they learned a lesson.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
If anything you take away from the tour, it's that you just learn to be good to people.
Yeah.
Gee, another thing that was waiting for me as I came home from the weekend was my HelloFresh.
Yay!
My HelloFresh box. And I'm so excited to just kind of get back into the swing of things, start cooking for myself again. I feel like I've been running myself ragged. Everybody's been running around. It's holiday season. It's hard to go grocery shopping. You got a lot on your mind. You got plans. You're going out to eat, holiday parties, all this stuff. It's so nice to come home and know that I have meals that I've selected for myself with everything that I need all in one, and I can just make it, and it just feels fantastic.
Yep.
I love HelloFresh. I die for HelloFresh.
Yeah, HelloFresh makes mealtime manageable, saving you from searching for recipes or all that grocery shopping. Just pick your meals and everything you need is delivered right to your door. Every HelloFresh recipe includes high-quality, sustainably sourced ingredients like produce that comes fresh from the farm. With 50 chef-crafted recipes to choose from every week, plus customizable options to make your meals just the way you like them, you'll be able to easily satisfy every craving. So get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free TaylorWatch. Applied across 7 boxes. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/free TaylorWatch. Cam just posted about the end of their store. He said, I have not stopped crying since Sunday, and because of that simple fact, I'm not quite ready with the proper words to encapsulate this entire experience in the past 2 years of my life. So guys, please be patient with me as I navigate how best to do that. But what I can and am ready to say is thank you to my boss lady. Taylor, my girl, you have steered the hell out of this ship so gracefully with poise, confidence, heart, passion, kindness, utter bravery, and love. Every second of this with you, I felt seen, honored, celebrated, valued, respected. Babe, I would follow you anywhere, at any time, in any universe, in every lifetime. It has been the honor of my life to have been at your side night after night. I won't get too carried away because I know you have a birthday coming up.
I'm literally
and I'll probably have some overly sentimental shit to say, LMFAO, but I love you. Thank you. That's so
Cam.
cute. Love Cam.
That's wonderful. Love him.
Yeah,
really
and I mean, Cam, you could tell that Cam and...
No, like... I've been right here for weeks. Like, it takes nothing. It didn't used to take anything.
Yeah.
It really takes nothing now.
That's
like, I'm
so
always
funny.
crying.
Oh my God.
It's just so, like,
Well,
imagine
it
that.
just says so much. Like, the way that these people
Totally.
speak about Taylor, like, it's just so
I know.
incredible. And you just know, like, the way that they hugged at the end, too. Like, when he did his last Bejeweled dance and they did a big hug, like, you could just tell that they love each other so much.
Right.
And, she gives Cam, like, a big, like, he does he says the no, or
He's like number
for
one
the
dancer.
last time.
Yeah.
No.
I forgot about that for the last time.
Yeah.
No. Everybody predicted that too. People were hoping that would happen. You're right though, to your point. I do think that Taylor, of course, has as far as we can tell, very special bonds with all of her dancers and her musicians and band and everyone that works with her. But she does seem to have a very close friendship with Cam, and I think that they're right, like you said, the elements in the tour that he's a part of. He's a part of the We're Never Getting Back Together. He does the dance in Bejeweled. He's very funny during the Look What You Made Me Do when he's in the rep. He's wearing her rep bodysuit.
Doesn't he have another speaking line too, where she's like,
does he?
He says like, he does the We're Never Getting Back Together. And
no, he's involved too in the Tortured Poets when she's getting ready to do I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Doing
he's in that.
Maybe I'm thinking
he's kind of like head bitch in charge a little bit. So it appears.
Yeah,
totally.
You know
what I mean? Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that he had a line in Midnights, but I think I'm mistaking that for the dance.
Maybe it could be the Bejeweled dance. Yeah.
But yeah, he's just so funny. Like I just love him so much.
He's great. All the dancers. I mean, let's round of applause for the dancers, for the vocalists, for the production, the band, everybody that worked on this. I mean, I cannot imagine like how it feels to be on this tour, be a part of this tour, and also for the tour to end.
Yeah.
Like, it must feel like, you're just, it's your entire life for nearly 2 years, and it's nuts. And thankfully, Taylor really appreciates these people in her life. And she gave out $197 million worth of bonuses to everyone, which sounds like to me like $1 million a piece.
That's what I was thinking, right?
That's about how many people she has working on this tour.
Like I was thinking like,
or maybe $2 million a piece. Like these people got at least $1 million. Like
I don't know though. I feel like there's like at least 200 people that work on the tour.
Right. Because
I think maybe a little less than.
So maybe, but then think about like
a little
like
less.
I wonder
than
what that
a million
entails.
each?
Like is that literally everyone? Like is it the truck drivers? Is it?
I think it's literally everyone.
Literally everyone.
So that's why I
who
think it
knows?
has to be more than 200, or it has to be more than 190 or 197. I think like 200. It's like how many people average?
Right. How many people have been there since the beginning? Like, yeah, like what's, I don't know. I don't know what goes into that, but all I know is that that's a massive number, and however many people are in there, it sounds like everyone's walking away with not only an experience that changed their lives, mentally, physically, everything in a positive way, I hope. But they are also walking away with a good chunk of change for the hard fucking work.
Yeah, literally.
And that feeling of being appreciated.
Yeah.
You know what
Someone
I mean?
tweeted that like their dad was one of the truck drivers, and like he called her and was like, I can like send you through college.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're set.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It was so crazy. Yeah. I mean, it just shows how quietly generous she is.
Right.
She always does this stuff without expecting a tap on the pat on the back.
Yep.
She
doesn't need to,
without
a
full blown interview or breakdown of how she did it. Blah blah blah. Like it's always very quietly, generously, and 197 million.
It's so
split
million. That's
million.
So much. That's so much money. Also, to your point,
crazy.
The doing things without thanks, I think, is Taylor, and we've talked about this nonstop, but. One of the things I admire about her most is that she is constantly doing things without any feeling whatsoever that she needs public recognition. She doesn't need like an Instagram post. She doesn't need fucking
like, look at me and all my staff.
Like oh my God, look what I did for everyone.
Yeah.
This is all thanks to me.
Yeah.
It's like no, she would never fucking do that because she genuinely feels those things, so she doesn't have to like perform about it. You know what I mean? And I think that that's very. And same with her donating, money to food banks and all of the things like that she's done all at every tour stop. What was the economy? It
10 billion.
It added $10 million, right, to the economy.
Billion.
Was it billion?
Yeah, to the economy. It was like Taylor Swift and the Swifties as well.
Taylor Swift and the Swifties, an influx of $10 billion to the economy as a whole, and then the tour itself made over $2 billion, on its own, which is unheard of, absolutely unheard of.
Wait, maybe I'm wrong about 10.
I think it's 10 million,
10 million,
but I don't know what that stat was.
What did I thought I sent it to you on Twitter.
I thought so too.
This is 197. Yeah, okay. It's too many numbers.
I know.
I got smarter in the nick of time.
Oh no, you're right. the Eras Tour and Swifties have boosted the U.S. economy by approximately $10 billion, according to the U.S. Travel Association.
Crazy.
Which is so insane. Like, that's
well,
just...
yeah, I wonder how much of that has to do solely with Swifties.
10 million. What am I talking about?
Yeah,
that's
chump change.
She's giving more money to her staff than come on.
No, literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do wonder how much of that number comes from solely Swifties, because
Yeah, me too.
the Swifties really go out of their way to, support the local businesses, go to the stores, go check out the sites, go do the tourist stuff, like everything that you can get out of the trip, they do. Like in New Orleans, like the fucking beignet place, the line was wrapped around the block.
So when I was there, I we were chatting with people, Uber drivers and stuff like that, and I try to bring Taylor up as much as I can,
obviously.
Always. And I had mentioned something along the lines of when the Swifties were here, and everyone was, oh, that was great. Oh, that was fantastic. Like, everyone loved the fact that so many people were there, keeping people in business. I mean, not that these people aren't already in business, but to have an influx of, and then, they have the Super Bowl coming up in New Orleans soon, but to have been able to have something that's basically the Super Bowl a few months before the actual Super Bowl as like a test run.
And New Orleans, I feel like needs it.
Yeah. And to not only have something, like I said, to prepare them actually for like this influx of people in the Super Bowl, but to also have all that cash come in to maybe like make preparations for this big event happening. It's so lucky. And I feel like there are stories like that in every city that you went to. It's like it helped in a certain way, XYZ and whatever. And I think that it's just, those are things that you don't think about when you start a tour. You start a tour. Taylor Swift, I'm going to do the Eras Tour, see you there. And she's doing it for the fans, and she's doing it for herself, and wanting to perform and making up for lost time. And then all of a sudden it changes the fucking economy. Like, those are things you don't even consider.
It's crazy.
And it's how exciting. Like, how... Gia, how could anyone ever talk shit about Taylor?
Like, I know, it doesn't make any sense.
When we get going on things like this, and we start listing off all of these things that she does, and she's a humanitarian. Like, she's not only like the greatest woman in the world, not only the biggest pop star of the century. I don't care what the fuck Billboard says. She's humanitarian. She's a perfect person. She's wonderful. She cares, and she's the most human celebrity we have.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how anyone could ever say a bad word about her in your life. Like, I can't.
It's just pure jealousy.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
And just hatred in their hearts.
Truly. It makes me sick. I don't, and it's like, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you if you can't see past that, or if you can't see past your own problems, your own projections, whatever it is, and you can't just recognize someone being a good person. And it's like, there are so few good people in this world. Let's celebrate the ones that are. And she's just so wonderful. And I just, wow, what a tour.
What a tour.
What a thing. What an amazing thing. Something about that you brought up, Cam was talking about her birthday's coming up. Yes, her birthday's on Friday, December 13th. The only snafu I think that happened with the last night of the Eras Tour was during the champagne problems, like, applause. I think there was, I know, there was, I guess, a fan project where they were trying to get everyone to sing her happy birthday during that part. And it just didn't, there's too many people to coordinate something like that.
You can't.
And it just didn't catch on.
You also can't have people singing at the bottom of the...
Yeah.
Like stadium, they're not gonna hear it at the same time.
It doesn't,
as
right?
The top. There's no way for everyone to be on beat.
Exactly. So people were trying to do it. So there are clips going around of people trying to sing happy birthday. And while I do believe it was a lovely sentiment,
right?
And I'm sure, I hope that she, figured it out or heard it or whatever.
Wait, I think I saw that. And didn't they say, like, let's all count down from 13? People were like, let's not count down.
No,
like,
don't
that could be scary.
People are, oh God, right?
Like, what are you counting down to?
Can't do that. Yeah. Can't do that. You can't do a countdown like that. Only time you can do a countdown is 3, 2, 1. The Eras Tour starts. It's been a long time coming. That's the only countdown we're looking for at the Eras Tour. But I think again, everyone's hearts are always in the right place with these fan projects. I just think sometimes they don't always go. There's so many people.
It's not even her birthday.
It's not her birthday. Yeah. Like, it's just, whatever.
Yeah, you're not gonna get 70,000 people to be singing happy birthday at the same time. That's funny though.
Your heart's in the right place. Good thinking, good vibes, good thoughts. But no, and I'm sure she heard maybe heard bits and pieces of it. Like, who knows? But just exciting stuff.
So from the tour, 3 questions.
Oh,
what was your favorite outfit?
Okay.
Your favorite song or performance?
Okay.
And your favorite guest?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Are we doing outfit like just like any outfit?
From the tour. From the tour.
From the tour.
Yeah.
You know what I really, really love?
Mm.
The pink lover bodysuit and then the pink man jacket combo.
Yeah,
I love
so
when she's
cute.
in all pink. I thought it was so cute.
She looks like Barbie.
Yeah. I don't know if it was my favorite number one. The Folklore, Evermore, Folkmore, every iteration of those dresses were fabulous, I thought. The berry was good. It was great.
I didn't like the yellow one. The yellow.
I didn't mind the yellow.
Not the yellow folklore dress, the yellow Evermore one with like the.
Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't like that one.
Yeah,
that much
yeah,
either. Right.
yeah.
It was like the marigold. Like,
yeah.
And it had flowers like sewn into it.
Yeah.
It was cutesy, but the Folklore, the flowy with the arms and everything, is
and like
just
the
so
cutout.
beautiful.
Yeah. I think mine has to be the Moonstone Midnight's bodysuit.
Stunning.
So fucking
Stunning,
cool. Like I
stunning.
would pay $1 million to put that on my body.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna wear that at the last show for sure.
Same for
I thought it
some
was her
reason.
fave. Well, we got so lucky in Miami, man.
Yeah, I
So
know
lucky
we
in
did
Miami.
get so lucky.
Yeah.
We got so many new outfits,
So
which
many
was
new
so fun.
outfits. I know. So exciting.
Favorite
Performance. Well, of course, I have to give a shout out to the Lakes whenever she does Lakes, a surprise song. But damn. So hard to
I know.
choose. It's really hard to choose.
I think
there are moments I think I like the most. Fearless Heart Hands. Cry
Yeah,
every
that's one of
time.
my favorites,
Yeah,
so.
cry every time. Reputation, obviously insane. All the Folklore stuff was insane. All Too Well has something to it with the falling,
the snow.
the snow, and just the way that everyone's singing.
Yeah.
and that's incredible. But I really love Torture Poets.
Yeah.
Like, when Torture Poets came on the scene, I was like, fuck.
I think
this might be the best one.
Who's Afraid of Little Old Me
so good?
is probably my number 2 behind the Fearless. Just the whole Fearless performance.
Fearless is so
And then,
good.
yeah, definitely Who's Afraid of Little Old Me as 2. And then I think August.
August is so
I would put as my
good.
3rd.
August
I
is so
love that
good.
part. And I love when she runs
Back when
across
we
the
were still
stage.
changing for the
Oh.
better.
Wanting was enough. For me, it was enough. To live for the hope of it all. Cancel plans just in case you call. Instead, meet me behind the mall. So much for summer love and saying us, 'cause you weren't mine to lose.
You're
You
right.
weren't mine?
You
I know.
weren't mine to
And My Tears
lose.
Ricochet.
My Tears.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Original Willow. Well, Willow still looked good. But
Yeah, I
something
do
about
like
original
Willow.
was good.
Yeah.
With the orbs. Fantastic.
But yeah, I
It's
think those were.
really hard to pick a
Yeah,
favorite.
it's hard.
Really
And
hard.
then favorite surprise guest.
Favorite surprise guest? Well, that I was there for, obviously Florence was insane. That went nuts. I probably would have died to be there for Ed Sheeran. I would have really loved.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
I love Ed Sheeran. You know I
Yeah.
love him.
This is kind of a random, but she brought out I'm pretty sure she brought out Chris Stapleton so long ago.
Oh, she did in the very beginning.
In the very
Wait,
beginning.
maybe like show 3.
And they did I Bet You Think About
Yep,
Me.
Yep.
So
One of our all-time faves.
I think that would be up there with
So
one of
good.
mine.
Obviously, we both have to say Travis Kelce, special guest.
Oh yeah,
He came out on
duh.
the stage.
Duh.
That feels like 100 years ago.
I know, so crazy.
I can't believe it.
Travis on the stage was probably one of the most shocking
it was so
moments
exciting.
of my life.
Really, it was so
TJ
exciting.
almost crashed the car because
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's on stage. He's on stage. He's like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe
it was not
what I
something
was seeing.
no one could comprehend it, and it was just like, I think too, I loved that they did that though. Like, I loved it because it showed that they were having fun. It made it like, oh my God, this is serious. That's her boyfriend. But it also was somehow unserious, where it was like, we're just having a good time. He got a suit. He came up on stage, did a little ditty, and got
So
off.
cute.
Like, just a fun. I'm so glad that they did that, and they were like not worried about what was gonna happen if they did that. Like, it was just an amazing thing. So fun and super cute. Stumbling over my
Did
words
Chris
like crazy.
Stapleton go on stage with Taylor? Or did I literally make that up?
For some reason, I thought for sure in the very beginning that
I
maybe she
could've-
just sang it.
I could have sworn that he did, but now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm looking,
Chris,
like
I'll Google.
that's
Stapleton.
I know. Hold on,
Eras
Chris.
tour. No, yeah. July last year. Does he come out?
Yeah, like she just does. I know she about me.
Oh no, maybe.
Yeah, like she just did. I Bet You Think About Me. No, Chris Stapleton. Why did I think that Chris Stapleton came out on stage?
I don't know, but I thought the exact same thing.
She did. I Bet You Think About Me on the. I thought she did. I Bet You Think About Me with a special guest.
Me too.
Let me look up Taylor Swift guests on Eras Tour. Wow.
Gia, I was like right there with you. I was like, oh yeah, night 3 basically.
Yeah, that no,
just making shit up.
That's like a Berenstein Bears shit. I swear to God.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it was Marcus Mumford she brought out on stage for Cowboy Like Me is what I'm thinking about.
Oh my God, which is
obviously my favorite. Sorry, that's on me. Oh my God.
And when was that? That was like early
That
on,
was
right?
so super early. It was Vegas.
Yes.
So like her second stop.
Got it.
Yes.
Got
Okay.
Okay.
It was so she's had Marcus Mumford, Aaron Dessner, Phoebe Bridgers, Jack Antonoff, Ice Spice, Maren Morris.
I forgot about Maren Morris.
And then technically Travis.
Yeah.
And Gracie and Sabrina.
Yep.
And Florence.
Yes. And Ed.
Oh yeah, so this doesn't have everyone. I thought that People Magazine has not updated there.
Interesting. You know, wait a second. I think I have a little Billy bone to pick with People Magazine. Is it People Magazine that was like
with Travis Kelce, Haley Williams. Oh, duh. Oh, my God. There's so many we're missing. Haley Williams, Gracie, Ice Spice, Haim, Phoebe Bridgers, Aaron Dessner, Marcus Mumford, Maren Morris, Joey King, and Taylor Lautner. They didn't perform, obviously, but they came on stage.
Right.
And and then they're missing Ed Sheeran, too. The fuck?
Interesting. I'm like, Ed Sheeran was on there, right? He came out.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran was definitely there.
Absolutely. He did his rap.
Yeah.
Boat sprung.
And then I would have been young and I've get Barry Hatchets. Oh, wait, no,
that's Taylor's line. It's hard to remember that.
Precedes me.
Swear I don't love the drama.
It loves me.
And I can't.
But yeah, no, I think I'm going to go with Marcus Mumford or Travis because Travis was amazing.
We'll both say Travis. As like an honorable mention. But yeah, I would say Ed. But I'll say this too. Jack coming out for Getaway Car and getting to see that was incredible. Like that was amazing. And he did that again in London, which was so great. Like just so exciting. What was I going to say? Oh, someone. I've been seeing this float around. Was that your last 3 questions?
Yeah.
Did we answer them all?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been seeing this float around. Somebody was saying, like, you know how everybody's been saying there was no debut on the tour, and people were sad about it and whatever. Gia, I have not even begun to shop for my family for the holidays.
Oh no.
And usually at this point, I'm usually pretty good about that. I don't know about you. I don't know if you're a last minute shopper or like a head shopper. Usually by this point, I'll have a couple of things for people or whatever. And I was starting to panic over the weekend, being like, I have so much to do. I can't believe I haven't even considered this yet. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Aura Frames.
Duh.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Aura Frames is these frames specifically, these digital frames are such an excellent gift. They're such an excellent thing to have in your house, especially if you're someone who has a lot of decor and isn't really sure about incorporating family photos into things.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing that my parents do or my grandparents do, where it's there's photos everywhere, all over the place, whatever. But the digital frame is so wonderful to just set up in one spot and you have everything in there all the time. And everybody can send pictures to it, and it just makes you feel really close to your family.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a perfect gift. And we have one frame in our house already. My parents already have one, but I think that they need one in every room. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and get everybody Aura frames.
Well, I just feel like, especially this year with all the Eras Tour concerts that we've went to, all the many events that we got to go to, there's just so many photos on your camera roll that you don't get to go back to and look at,
100%.
Especially concert stuff.
Yep.
So if you guys have a concert friend in your life, a Swiftie friend, just someone in general that has so many photos on their phone that that is just taking up storage, you're like,
absolutely,
let me curate this perfect
that
thing
is
for you.
such a good idea, Gia, to have have an Eras Tour Aura frame. frame.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that with mine. I have one here. That's
Like
exactly
there's
what I'm
just
gonna do
so
with
many videos and pictures that like you kind of forget that you have, and you go
Yeah.
back and you're like, wow. Then you just have them at the palm of your hand with the Aura frame. It's so nice.
It's fantastic.
It was named #1 by Wirecutter. Aura frames makes it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you use an Aura frame as a gift, you can personalize and preload it with a thoughtful message and photos using the Aura app, making it an ideal present for long-distance loved ones. It's a gift so special they'll use it every day. So save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off
Ooh.
Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code TaylorWatch at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code TaylorWatch. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
People are saying now that they think that the acoustic set may have been debut Taylor all along because early days when she's performing acoustically in cafes and such. I think it may be a stretch.
If that makes people feel better,
Yeah.
then sure.
People are saying
if that helps you sleep at night,
right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Sure, take it. People are
Yeah.
saying it. People are saying it. I think there could be sure.
Sure.
I think really, sure.
It is. It will always be the biggest question hanging over our heads
Yeah.
until maybe it'll be answered in the documentary. But
We'll
yeah,
just
it will.
have to see.
It will always be the lingering elephant in the room. What the hell happened to debut? Like,
Absolutely.
she just not even one. Speaking out, got one song.
Speaking of
Not even
an
our song, or should have said no. It's just I totally understand the creative decision, and I don't really care, to be honest.
Agreed.
But it is just so interesting. It's like the first era is not included.
I know, and it is. There has to be an element to it that is like. Maybe it's hard to sing those songs. Maybe
Yeah.
it's hard to sing the debut songs because she was so young. But I feel like it's not. She's done so many surprise
she's done
songs.
so many of them as surprise
Maybe
songs.
performance-wise,
I don't know. It just
I
doesn't
have
make
no
sense.
idea.
Like all of those songs would hit. Like I'm Only Me When I'm With You would be so good on
Oh,
the
yeah.
set. Our song, obviously, Should Have Said No would be amazing. Like
Should have said no. Would
I
be
just
so
yeah.
good.
I don't really know. I mean, I don't
get it.
have a theory. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really get it.
I don't
But
get it.
but it doesn't bother me too much.
I agree.
It bothers my brain because
Sure.
I'm like, what?
I'm just
Why?
nosy.
Yeah.
I'm nosy
yeah,
and curious,
exactly.
and I'm anxious to hear about it. I found, of course, on Twitter, there's lots of threads going around, best moments, best outfits, best this, best that. But then I found one and I saved it. We can kind of reminisce a little bit.
Ooh, love.
This one, it's viral moments from the Eras Tour. A thread. This first one is the Taylor Swift fan that called in. It says, "Woman hides identity because she called in sick to work." Hilarious.
So funny.
So funny. And then next one is the fireworks outside the stadium when she's doing Enchanted. When the fireworks happen to like go
That's cute.
behind her. That was exciting.
That's a viral moment.
Yeah, because it was like they weren't even her fireworks. They were like fireworks like that happened to be down the street.
I was
and they just like went off at that moment.
Oh, okay.
So and then it was just a good video of it. That girl reacting to an Exile played.
Oh my God, I'll never
Remember
forget
that
girl.
poor queen?
I'll never forget that girl.
We ripped her apart, I think. We were like,
Well,
damn,
I mean,
girl,
it's just
relax.
the
I
biggest
mean, it's still crazy.
dramatics of the year. But then
Everyone-
it was funny because like people were like, wait, now I kind of feel with that girl. Like,
yeah. That
after
became
she does
the
like
thing.
a terrible or like a gut wrenching mashup. People are like, wait, I'm literally that girl now.
Yep.
Is Bad Blood? She wasn't doing
Yes,
anything.
yes,
Oh.
yeah. Taylor defending the fan from security guard during Bad Blood.
I was there for that.
Hey, stop! Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
You were there.
She
for
wasn't
that.
doing anything.
She wasn't doing anything.
Now we got bad
Bad
blood.
blood.
Say
Stop.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so
That was
good.
iconic.
Amazing. When they projected the Junior Jules T-shirt onto the statue of Christ
Yes,
the Redeemer,
that was
maybe one
crazy.
of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like,
The crazy thing is they
So
do that
fucking
like
funny.
often. They do that.
I know.
Like, yeah.
And I had no idea.
Yeah.
They do it with like soccer jerseys.
Yeah,
and shit all the time,
yeah.
right? Someone says Taylor's piano playing by itself after
Yeah,
malfunctioning.
and everyone thought that was a Easter
It's like
egg.
a clue or
Yeah,
something. Yeah. Apparently, people got married during the concert. I didn't know there was a literal marriage. Like I know there was proposals and shit like that, but there was a literal marriage. I would hate that.
No,
Come on, be
what?
fucking for real.
Yeah, no.
Be fucking for real.
I would be annoyed if I was around.
Me too.
them. I'd be like, pay
all right.
attention to the concert.
Yeah, the concert's going on here. Take your love somewhere else right now, please. The mysterious figure up on top
Right.
dancing. People were like,
Right.
"That's Travis."
Probably just a
I don't think it
worker.
was Travis at all.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, when Taylor ripped the her heel off her shoe
Yeah.
after her shoe broke.
That was like one of the first shows too, right?
It was early on,
Yeah.
and then one of her shoes broke, and
she gave the heel to a fan.
Gave it to a fan, and then later that fan like paid for. I saw another thing. Was able to like pay for cancer treatment because they like sold it or something.
Oh.
So it was like
Let's go.
something like that. Like they're like
Oh.
Taylor Swift's broken heel he sold
Yeah.
for X amount of dollars, and then they like helped
That's
somebody pay
crazy.
for cancer treatment. So it's like, all right, crazy stuff. Let's see, the security guard who applied for the job just because he was a fan.
Yeah,
and just wanted to sing at the
classic.
concert.
That's cute.
Hilarious, love it. Let's see, the fact that an earthquake was caused.
Yeah.
I thought
That
there was
was
an earthquake
crazy.
going on in, was it Night 1 Vancouver when they were stomping?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was, there wasn't, but I think because there had been an earthquake in San Francisco like right before that.
Oh.
They were worried about earthquakes and stuff, but fans were like stomping in the stadium, and it sounded like the stadium was coming down.
Damn,
I was
that's
like, oh my
crazy.
god, it was crazy watching on the live stream.
But yeah, wasn't it like a 3.4 like
Something.
size? Yeah, magnitude.
75
Something.
It says when 75K fans collectively caused an entire earthquake.
Yeah, that was
It's
crazy.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
And of course the Speak Now announcement.
Yep. Yeah,
In Nashville.
that was so
insane.
awesome. The 1989 announcement in
1989
LA.
announcement was nuts. When Taylor brought Taylor Lautner and all
Yep.
the I Can See You music video people on stage.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Insane. Karma is the guy on the Chiefs. First time she said that. That went
Crazy.
fucking
That
crazy.
went crazy,
That
yeah.
was nuts.
Yeah.
Travis's reaction to that. The plane flying over the stadium when she was singing Labyrinth.
Yeah.
That is like
so much Tay Voodoo in the
so
tour.
much Tay
Yeah.
Voodoo. So much Tay Voodoo. Let's see. Some of these are what are like not really viral.
Right.
All the blue outfits for 1989, and then that announcement. That's really exciting.
So fun.
All the fans gathering on the hill outside Munich.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
That was like just show anyone that
I
picture and
know.
you're just like
It's
you
like,
can't,
you can't believe it.
Yeah.
Can't believe it when you see it.
You can't touch that. Like when you're talking about Taylor Swift's legacy, like
So
that's just
crazy.
insane.
It's
Yeah.
a real fucking legacy to leave.
Yep.
Then Travis coming on tour, obviously. Let's see. The We Will Stay fan project. I think that's the only one that was like, kind of normal.
Yeah.
All the things saying We Will Stay. When Taylor performed in pouring rain till 2 a.m. during the Nashville show. Remember they were like, delayed for rain forever.
Yeah.
And then they just did it. They still did it all night. The video of her glowing.
Yeah, that video is so
Hilarious
funny.
during Archer. And then, of course, somebody at the end was like, another viral moment too, unfortunately, and it's the song's about you. You know who you are.
Erasing that from our
Erasing it
memory,
from our
literally.
memory. Erasing it from
Yeah.
our memory.
Yeah, people were posting like I went to the air store so long that Matty Healy was allowed on stage.
Yeah.
So did I. I was at Philly night 2 and he was there. I
forgot
don't
about
think he
that.
was there. He wasn't there at MetLife by that time. It was only like 2 weeks later, but
Yeah. No, he wasn't there at MetLife.
yeah, he wasn't. But yeah,
Yeah.
he was there in Philly
Yep.
and he was on stage, which was fucking
Yikes.
crazy.
That was so nuts, right?
Yeah.
With Phoebe.
Yeah.
So crazy.
But yeah.
Speaking of Tay Voodoo, though, just a little separate aside, during the final Eras Tour performance, during You Belong With Me, I believe it was, is when the Chiefs were playing and the game was about to end. They were down by
A field goal.
a field goal, and at the last second,
They're
got
down
one
by
in
one,
there.
I guess.
Yeah,
One
they
or
were
two,
down by
yeah.
2, I think. 'cause
Okay,
they had to
yeah.
get- or no.
2 because field goal's
One.
3.
Right, but the score was 19-17, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
So, yeah, or something like that. Kicked a field goal. It was going way left.
Ooh!
Hit the pole and bounced
Doink.
back into it, and they won the game.
Yep.
So just crazy stuff. Tay Voodoo.
And the Chiefs keep winning on stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I think it's just impossible for the Chiefs to lose while Taylor's performing.
It is.
But it'll be interesting to see how the Chiefs do
Right.
after the tour's over now.
Exactly.
If,
Well, she can be in the building.
that's true.
For some, but yeah. So that's Tay Voodoo is alive and well, and it has been alive this whole time. And I just think like little moments like that. We talk about the viral moments and whatever, and I think it's just fun to see. Things happening by coincidence. It's just a cool. It adds an element of magic to the tour. That
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
is something that people love. I definitely do.
Well, just like everything about Travis and Taylor and the tour, like we watched their love like grow throughout this tour. So it's been so cute. Like he was a man on a mission. He went to that Kansas City tour and make the friendship bracelets. Like, little did you know that would become a thing for the tour and also get her to where she is now with Travis. It's just so crazy.
I know.
And yeah, and then like, we saw him at the first one with the We Will Stay fan project, him holding up the sign, and then them doing Karma's the guy on the Chiefs, and Scott freaking out and all that stuff was just so incredible. And then, he kept coming to every single, he was in Singapore, he was in Argentina, he was in everywhere, London, blah blah, it doesn't matter.
Paris.
Yeah,
he was in Paris, he was in London.
Showed how dedicated he was and how dedicated she is to him, going to all of his games. And yeah, the Super Bowl, it's just been so nice to watch them fall in love almost in front of our eyes.
Absolutely.
Obviously they have so much stuff that's private, but they have been so gracious to give us some crumbs and stuff of things. And
just watching people love each other out loud unabashedly and support each other, unconditionally, it seems. It's just nice to see. And we've been saying that, like, it's, at first, for me personally, I talk about it all the time, it was hard to believe that someone could be so wonderful, and it turns out he's just really wonderful.
Yeah.
And it turns out they're just they love each other, they're supportive of each other, and they have each other's backs. And I think that Travis showing up to as many shows as he did, bringing his friends, his whole family going to see her play, just there's so much of it that I think is heartwarming and wholesome, and it's just lovely. It's wonderful. It's fabulous. Trying to think, I was just gonna say one more thing about that, but I lost my train of thought. Speaking of the Kelseys, a quick shout to Kylie Kelsey.
Yes, shout out
for her podcast.
Big things.
Her podcast first episode blew right past Joe Rogan.
Bye bye JoJo.
Bye bye JoJo. And that's got to be.
Smell you later.
That's got to be some Swifties. Yeah. That's got to be some New Heights. Some 92%ers.
For sure.
All the above. So congrats to her.
Congrats, girl.
And she went to how many Eras Tour concerts? 2 or 3?
Yeah, I want to say maybe 3. Yeah. So Kylie is a fucking OG. She's just so
She's
cool.
So great.
Yeah,
I love her
I just
so much.
can't talk more well about her. She's just so awesome. So yeah, I'm so happy for her, and I feel like people were like, oh, like not everyone needs a podcast, whatever. Well, clearly she did, because clearly people were waiting and wanting to hear what she has to say, and I am one of those people.
One of those people.
Yeah,
absolutely. I would say all in all. Well, we're obviously going to talk about the Eras Tour for the rest of time. This will be the last time we're talking about the Eras Tour, so don't think that. But I think overall, just what an experience. What a time for so many people. I can't wait to see what comes of it after the fact. Like, I'm excited to see what every dancer says. I'm excited to see what, things that we didn't know that happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like there's so much more to like reveal and talk about.
I hope something cool comes out.
If any of the dancers like want to come on our show.
Oh, trust me. I've already been laying the ground. I've already been
DMing?
I've been DMing being like, not the dancers, but I've been DMing some people being like, if they're interested, open
invite.
You
like anyone, literally, if you're a fucking production guy that did the spotlights, like, we want you on the show. So please.
If you were that guy
dressed
up
as
the elf
or
Santa, there was Santa and there was an elf, and I know that they were just sound guys at the stadium, and they were just boyfriends. That's how we find out. The girl was like, "That's just my boyfriend being an elf."
It's so funny.
You're welcome on open invite on the pod.
I was like, "Oh my god, is she gonna do like Christmas Tree Farm as a surprise song and bring
so
do like a full
funny.
Christmas fucking thing?"
Did you see the pictures of her being like, "We're getting her tonight," and it was her in the Olaf costume?
Yeah. That was funny.
Oh, it's just good stuff.
But
good stuff all around.
I feel like we're gonna be fucking 90 years old, being like, I went to the Eras Tour
exactly
when Matty Healy was on stage. I went to when 'tis the damn season. It's like, all right, Grandma, let's get you to bed. Yeah. When there was a tolerated sketch or skit.
I remember when Folklore and Evermore were 2 separate sets.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Shut up, old lady.
Yeah, it's so funny.
So good.
But it really is going to have.
I saw Jack Antonoff. We talking about MetLife Night 1 still.
They did getaway car.
They did getaway car for the first time.
Yeah.
It's I think it's just fun and exciting, and I'm just so glad that we were able to talk
and
about it.
There's still so much to come with Taylor. We got our birthday. We got the Grammys in February. We got the unnamed movie.
We've got a lot of shit coming up. A lot of shit coming up. And she did say
2 Taylor's versions still to come out.
Exactly. 2 Taylor's versions still to come out. She did say end of an era. See you next era, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and then she did during Long Live. It's the end of an era. That made me cry.
That made me cry.
I cried my eyes out.
And also people are saying that at the end at Karma, she walked through the Karma door.
Yes, which
Whatever
is
that
with all the
means.
dancers, with
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else. Instead of she usually has the
Goes,
like
like,
lift that
descends,
goes down in
yeah.
the stage, and she went back with them all, which I think is just fun and lovely and symbolic and great. Quickly before we go, a couple of things that are happening outside in the world that I don't want to forget to talk about. One, we need to leave Barry alone.
Leave Barry alone.
Leave Barry alone. Barry.
Okay,
and
but Barry's statement, like, just say you didn't do it.
I know. I think
Like,
it's
I like. It is so crazy that like your grandma's getting hate. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
But like maybe in your statement be like, hey guys, this didn't happen.
yeah, like shut the fuck up. Right.
Instead,
that was
he's like
you're right.
tiptoeing around. Like you're making people more skeptical.
Maybe the only reason I can think that it wouldn't be mentioned is maybe like the hope is that not that many people have already heard that rumor, you know? Like maybe that's like living on Twitter or something, but in reality it's not quite the case. But I will say this, Brecky Hill, I'm upset with her. I don't like that. I understand that some people like to, you know, clout chase in a negative way or a positive way, but for her to be like reposting and implying that they did hook up and that she did home wreck or whatever.
Yeah, and then she was like, I did it because it was
galvanizing
funny. No,
No,
you did
it's
it
not
because
funny.
you
You did
knew that it was going to be
a big
headline
fucking
grabbing.
thing.
Yeah.
And obviously people who are harassing Barry are fucking crazy. That's crazy. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
They broke up. They're adults. Like, just chill.
I'll
like,
never
whatever.
understand
I'll never get it.
when a couple breaks up and like the fans will like attack the person. Like, didn't you just love them like 5 minutes ago?
it's
Like,
crazy.
I'll never understand. That's not your battle to fight.
And it's not just like talking shit. It's the harassment. Like he was getting harassed.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he's getting harassed like from at his own house. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking nuts. So it's just like stop. And just another reminder that none of us know what the fuck is going on ever.
Did
in
you see that
lives.
Brecky Hill like made a video and was
Yeah.
like, it wasn't me? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then she finally was like, it wasn't me. Whatever. Which again, too little, too late, bitch. Like the damage has already been done. Like
Yeah.
to a certain extent. Like
Yeah.
he already felt this way. He already was getting berated. He already was having people calling him a homewrecker, calling him a piece of shit, all this stuff, saying he's a bad father, saying he's a bad like all that shit. It's like I just don't think that Sabrina said a million fucking times that they were casual.
Yeah.
And just because he was in a music video of hers doesn't mean they're getting fucking married.
Yeah.
And if they break up, they break up. And that doesn't mean that everybody needs to start carrying torches and pitchforks to his house. Like, people need to stop with that. Like, it's not every relationship is like the most serious relationship in the world.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, I did say that if it was true, I wanted Barry Keegan's head on a stick.
Ooh, well, yeah, okay. Tough.
It's
I
hard
mean,
though. Like,
if it were
if
true that he like cheated and they were exclusive,
there's a
and
line that
there's
people
so much to
always
it.
cross. I think Barry, if he was cheating, like was some, like it's also what you said, like it's a casual, like it really always just seemed
wouldn't
very
really
casual.
be
It never
cheating.
seemed
Like,
like
that's what
they were
people
like
need to-
in a very committed relationship.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like they were exclusive. To me.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
just
doesn't sound like that.
think there's a line that people cross every single time with this stuff, and it's just like the harassment, the in person going to his house, like his family members, whatever. Like that's psychotic.
It's out of control.
I'll never understand the backlash for that.
No.
But if Barry did cheat on Sabrina with Brecky Hill, I'd be like, fuck that motherfucker.
I would be like, well,
But I wouldn't be like, kill him. I did
Exactly,
say
yeah.
head on a stake, but that's a
I'd
figure
be like,
of speech.
ew, what a pig,
figure of
probably.
speech.
I'd probably say, ew, what a pig.
Yeah.
Based on like what we know. you
Yeah,
know.
but we don't need
If-
to like ruin this guy's fucking life.
No, and also too, like it's not like, I don't know, like if Sabrina and Barry acted like Taylor and Travis, where it's like their families are intertwined, they're together all the time, like they're clearly exclusive and dating and boyfriend girlfriend, and there was like something nefarious going on behind the scenes. Yes, I'd be like, fuck that asshole.
Yeah, like we only saw Barry and Sabrina
again-
together like maybe like 4 times.
Exactly. So chill the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
it's just again they were having fun, having a good time. She wrote a sexy song about him. He's in her
Yeah.
music video. He's an actor, so obviously he's like.
Yeah.
There was also an element to that where she was like, "Why not put him in?" He's like, he was the right guy for the job.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just people just need to get a grip.
Agreed.
Always. Get a grip. So yeah, I just wanted to stand up for Barry for a quick sec, and also just hope Sabrina's doing okay. I think she's fine. Did you watch her nonsense Christmas
Amazing.
special? Amazing.
So funny.
On Netflix, Sabrina's nonsense Christmas special, star-studded,
Just
fantastic
Great move for her
performances.
career.
So good.
Bring back cheesy Christmas specials.
Funny as fuck.
So
I was
funny.
cracking
There was
up.
like really good sketches that I loved.
yep.
All of the musical performances were amazing. Her and Chapel Roan sounded so good. Her and Caliuchis were so good together.
Oh my god, so good.
So good.
Chapel, her and Chapel, when they performed together, their outfits were unbelievable. Like,
fabulous.
I need them both.
They
both
were
those outfits.
giving like Death Becomes Her kind of, yeah.
Yes.
Really,
Just
really
love.
loved it. I thought it was so funny,
Totally.
and yeah, I highly recommend watching it.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
It's a good, and it's, family fun. Good.
Yeah,
good,
she's
good for
at
the
the
whole
peak
fam.
of her career. Like
She's crushing it.
she could, like
She's a star. She's a rising star. But
We
yeah,
got-
so catch up on that. And then what
Caitlin
else?
Clark.
Oh my God! Of course, Caitlin
Yeah.
Clark. So it turns out that well, we all know Caitlin Clark is a major Swiftie. Turns out Taylor sent her a big bag of merch.
Sent her 4 bags of
Four
merch.
big bags of
Yeah.
merch, being like, open invite, come watch the Chiefs
Yeah, let
with me anytime. And then also said that she and Travis are dying to get to a Fever game.
Yeah, she said Trav and I are
Yep.
dying to get to a game or something like that.
Yep.
Let's see.
And then said, come watch a Chiefs game with me whenever,
Yes. Wait, why?
which I love.
Why can I not just see?
Is it in our
Clark?
DMs?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think it might be like the last one we
The
just
last
did.
one that we sent to each other, probably.
Yeah, it is. Taylor gave Caitlin Clark 4 bags of Eras Tour merchandise and a note and invited her to attend the Chiefs game and told her that she and Travis are excited to attend a Fever game when the tour ends.
Yeah.
Swift gave Clark but she said, Trav and I were excited to get to Fever game now that the tour was winding down and invited Clark to attend a Chiefs game with her.
That's awesome.
Fabulous.
Imagine Caitlin and Taylor
No,
together.
that's amazing. And that makes me feel good too because Caitlin Clark has been like, she's a true Swiftie through and through. She's
Yeah.
number 22. Like she's like, she would deserve that. I would like for them to like
Totally,
be friendly. I think
totally.
that's a really nice thing.
Yeah.
And another, Taylor's women supporting women.
Yeah.
Love it. Women in sports as well. It just hits all the checks all the boxes.
She
feels good.
was like Times Athlete of the Year, I think, which is so awesome. So congrats to Caitlin because
Major
she deserves
congrats.
it. Yeah.
Major congrats.
We saw her play.
We did see her play.
Yeah.
Early days we saw her
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Ooh, how
Yeah,
far
whatever.
she's come.
Yeah.
We're original fans.
Yeah, we saw her like when the team sucked.
Yeah.
And
they
then
were
all of a
bad.
sudden they got good again.
They were fantastic. Yeah, we saw them against the Liberty way
Yep.
back when.
Yep.
That was
Yep.
fun.
Good
That was a good day. But all right, I think, wow,
Wow.
we could talk for hours and hours. But
Yep.
of course, as always, we have our voicemails next episode on Thursday. So all of your Eras Tour thoughts, memories, anything that you noticed over the past weekend or months, years that the tour has been going on, that you want to talk about, feel free to call in or message us. The number, as always, is
347-450-0723. 347-450-0723.
Or you can go ahead and DM the Taylor Watch Instagram account. And we can't wait to hear from all of you guys and just keep on trucking. And we got Taylor's birthday on Friday. So
Yes.
Things to look forward
so
to.
yeah, we'll do a little early celebration on
Absolutely,
Thursday.
we will. Absolutely.
Yay.
But all right, we love you guys and we'll see you later.
Bye.